Hello, everyone. On behalf of Solar Quarter India and First View Group, I, Sakshi, extend a very warm welcome to each and every one of you in today's webinar on Empowering a Solar Future, Unveiling Solplanet's Innovation and Expertise in Renewable Energy Solutions. It is my pleasure to be here as your host. We would like to extend our gratitude to our esteemed guest speakers and their attendees for giving in their valuable presence in today's webinar. Your active participation has contributed in making this event truly remarkable. We would also be grateful uh, to our guest speakers here and our sponsors, Solplanet and Power and Sun. We cordially welcome you to the future of technology, proudly brought together by Solplanet, your gateway to a brighter and more sustainable future. This tech based webinar will introduce you to a revolutionary lineup of solar products designed to redefine your energy experience. Some of the key pointers that the speakers will touch upon are introduction to Solplanet inverters, technical product knowledge and product line overview, reliability of Solplanet's products, case studies, relevant data and testimonials, and discussion on industry trends and innovations. May I now request my team to play in the commercial video?
The power of the sun is not new, but it is opening a new door for renewable energy. It lights up our world and connects us to our past, present, and future. We need energy to power our homes and to energize our connections. Solar power is the way towards the future, and Soul Planet is ready to make the sun the star of a new energy revolution. Our solar solutions are built on expertise and innovation and bring the light of the sun into their lives. The sun is the original energy source for planet Earth and bridges the gap between technology and nature. Research, innovation, and development will walk us towards enlightenment. And Soul Planet is leading the way. Follow the blue to go green and speed into the future. The sun existed well before us, and its light will continue for generations to come. The power of the sun is the future of our planet. Soul Planet. Solar for everybody.
Thank you so much, team, for playing that video. Before we proceed, I would like to make a brief announcement. We encourage all attendees to actively engage in the discussions by posting in their questions in the Q&A box. Our esteemed panel of speakers will address these questions during the interactive Q&A session once we are through with the tech talk. Now, without any further delay, let us begin our highly anticipated tech talk for today. It is my pleasure to introduce our esteemed guest speakers who will share their insights and expertise on the topic at hand. We have with us Mr. Abhinav Sharma from Power and Sun, Mr. Ibrahim from Solplanet, and Mr. Chandrakant also from Slow Planet. Over to you, Mr. Sharma. I think your mic is off.
Yeah, so thank you, Sakshi. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today and having this webinar would be successful. I'm sure that this webinar will be insightful and full of knowledge and will aware our industry colleagues about the new technology and awareness of solar planet inverters. So, my name is Abhinav Sharma, and I am the head of sales and business development for Power and Sun India, and we have our office in Noida, in which is in Uttar Pradesh. I'll just start with a quick introduction about Power and Sun, and with this, I'll take you through some slides. So, basically, we are headquartered in Dubai, and with our regional offices in India, which is in Noida. And we are a one-stop solar solution supplies and system company. We support residential, industrial, and commercial installations across Southeast Asia, Middle East, Africa, and Europe. So we have a strong portfolio with us. As you can see my screen, that we have supplied 1500 megawatt of shipments till date, and we have a presence in more than 50 plus countries with 1000 plus happy customers who are our regular buyers, or you can say that our dealers and distributors. And we have offices and presence, direct presence in 10 countries across Europe, Africa, and Middle East. So our vision is to speed up solarization at the least possible cost and making it available in the most agile, simple, and optimized way. And this vision we can achieve only by aggregating and aligning market demand, improving significantly on product availability. So as I mentioned that we are a product distributors and we support installations by providing timely supplies of panels, inverters, structures, and other BOS items. So uh, this material that we are telling you is the applications for this material are for on-grid systems, off-grid systems, and PV hybrid systems. And we also have, you can also buy it online through our website. In India, we have a partnership with Solplanet on an exclusive basis that we are doing. And because of their previous experiences, their product knowledge, their specifications, so we have introduced in India. We started it with Middle East, then Africa, and then now we have in India also. So I'll just, without any further delay, I'll just hand over it to Mr. Ibrahim, who will be telling you more about the company, the product, and then we'll take a technical session. So over to you, Mr. Ibrahim.
Thank you so much, Abhinav. Thank you so much, Sakshi, for giving this opportunity and welcome all here. And I'm really thankful for everyone that you have taken out some time of your busy schedule to join us and understand about the technology. There are a lot of insights which we will give you today. The session will be like this: like I'll give you information about the company for next 5-10 minutes, and then later Chandrakant will lead with giving all information about the product features, benefits, and what technology advancements are there. So without delay, I'm just sharing my screen. Let me know if you're able to see it. So we would like to talk about Soul Planet here, and very everyone has in curiosity what is Soul Planet and how this company is and what is the background. So on a quick note, I would like to give you all information. Solar is for everybody. This is what we say, and we never stop doing research and development into solar industry. And we think that solar is not limited to only PV business. Solar is for this energy we can use for multiple applications. So that is why our tagline is solar is for everybody. Aishui is the company name. Soul Planet is a brand of Aishui, which is formerly known as SMA's Chinese subsidiary. And we have been manufacturing the high quality products for decades. And we are manufacturing high quality products for the renowned brands like SMA Solar and Zever Solar Inverters. So this was our history. And now the company name is Aishui and the brand name is Soul Planet. I would like to quickly take you through the facts and figures of Soul Planet. We are ranked at ninth position globally according to Wood Mackenzie. We have our presence across 40 plus countries globally. We have a production facility of 10 gigawatt production annually, which is spreaded across 40,000 square meter factory land in China. We have 200 plus intellectual property rights, and out of which we have 70 core invention patents with us, which we are using in our inverter. We have 200 plus R&D engineers who are consistently developing a new products as per the market requirement. All our products are ISO certified. Products are awarded for red dot product design, and we have customer satisfaction award by EUPD. Recently we got recognized among top 500 new renewable energy enterprises by China Institute of Economics. Let me show you the global presence. We have started developing our business in European market initially. For last 3 years we have put forward for strong milestones in European country, having warehouse and logistic facilities and offices in Netherlands, and presence across European countries. And then gradually we are now spreading across Middle East region and India region. So here we are looking forward for having more business in India region, which is supported by our three R&D centers, which is there in Suzhou, Shanghai, and Xi'an province. We have manufacturing facility at Yanzhong, China, and our headquarters is in Shanghai. To give you brief information about the company's developmental history, we have started our company in 2007, which was in the name of ZOF, and in 2009, the company has established a new R&D center under the name of Zever Solar, and we used to design a string inverter technology. In 2011, we were the first Chinese company who got the VDE certification to sell products in European country. In 2012-13, SMA had funded their purchasing office, and in 2013, they have acquired Zever Solar through the merger acquisition, and it became a SMA's Chinese subsidiary from 2013 onwards. So we enjoyed this partnership with SMA, like it was an SMA company till 2019. So since 2013 to 2019, we have developed a lot of products under the brand name of Zever Solar, and there was a product called Solid Q50, and a lot of products which we sold in Indian market, and people were enjoying the energy through those inverters. In 2019, Aishui is funded as an MBO. It was a management buyout, but remains a key supplier and service provider for SMA. And Aishui became a sole distributor for SMA. From there on, 2019, we become an independent company under the name of Aishui, and we have introduced a brand called Soul Planet in 2020. From 2020, we have started our journey in international market, and we ranked at top 12, and there were several milestones which we have achieved, including the recognition for service after service support, including the establishment of new Shanghai office and many other awards. So here is our development history, which I would like to emphasize more. And At the same time, I would like to focus more on the innovation which we did in last decade. During 2000, from 2009 to 2013, we developed a product which was more towards the string inverter technology, from 1.5 kilowatt to 17 kilowatt and up to 100 kilowatt string inverters, which was used for utility segment. And during these phases, we have supplied a lot of inverters to many EPCs in India for ground mounted projects. From 2013 to 2019, with the same R&D center, same R&D center, we have developed a lot of products under Zever brand name. Those were string inverters as well as Sunny Tri Power series. You may know about from SMA, Sunny Boy series, and then we developed a central inverter for 1 megawatt, which is very known in Indian market, which was again developed and designed by um, Solplanet, which was Aishwai. So now, from 2019 onwards, when we become an independent company, we have introduced a Solplanet brand, and we have all the product portfolio in our kitty, ranging from hybrid inverters, string inverters, and then EV chargers, batteries, and so on. As I said to you that we have R&D centers which is backed by a strong capabilities with SMS background, with owning 70 core patents which we are using into the inverters. All our products are internationally accredited by different laboratories, and with these standards we are supplying globally. Uh, we enjoy the solid partnership with all the industry giants like Trina Solar, Jane Spike, Skyworth, Longi, Jollywood, Jinko Solar. So why these names are there? Because our expertise was doing into O&M since last 10 years. We have we've been first choice of these brands to manufacture their inverters under white label. So we used to manufacture Trina Home series. Still today we are manufacturing Chint inverters and many others. And in fact, Sunny Boy for SM also manufactured in our factory. There are a lot of high recognitions from the industry which has been provided, from the Wood Mackenzie. We said that we are top 9 ranked right now. Our inverters are red dot awarded for its design, and so on. I would like to give more information about the manufacturing facility which is there. We have 10 gigawatt manufacturing facility which produces almost 1 million units per year, and this facility will be much bigger in coming days, wherein we are expanding our manufacturing facility to 25 gigawatt. And all our manufacturing facilities abide with the strict rules and regulations, with audits and Lean Six Sigma methods to make sure that the production comes into quality. There are comprehensive testing and validation process which goes on at the factory, which is more important when we talk about a reliability of the product. I'm very happy to say that whenever we produce a single batch of the inverters, we choose one inverter out of that and we burn that inverter to make sure that that particular inverter goes through all testing cycles, to make sure that the product is manufactured at qualitative. And if it passes through all the quality testing, definitely it's a reliable product. When we talk about in-house testing, why it is important? Because in India, a lot of products are coming up with with different options. There may be a small time players also who says that, oh, they have their own brand, but you have to make sure that whether these brands have their in-house testing facility or not. So when we talk about testing facility, in our factory, we do temperature and humidity test under the climate chambers, which is very expensive climate chambers to do all the testings, and where we test the inverters under minus 20 degrees Celsius up to plus 65 degree Celsius, with the different life cycles. That gives a steadiness to the inverter, which shows that it's reliable. We do shock and vibration test, EMC compliance test, long-term field test. Everything is been done at our factory, monitored by third-party regulatories who gives a certification to us. There is a water and dust resistance testing also happens, and reliability test, when we talk about, that is a kind of torture test, and that test we give to the inverter, where we burn that inverter. When I say burn, we use, and that inverter will be scrapped after the testing. And there we make sure that the inverter is operated for 1,000 hours under high load. And there are a couple of long term salt fog endurance test, and thermal shocks, which is given for 1300 cycles. These are all tests we do at real time to make sure that you get a real, reliable product. And this is the reason for what we are offering 10 years of factory warranty on each inverter model. We have modern warehousing facility of 100,000 square meter, wherein we store all the products and we supply globally. Why we are emphasizing on this is that we are already supplying to multiple brands from our factory, and we make sure that everyone gets the ready stock availability. And we never faced any challenge of product shortage. Whenever you need 100 kilowatt product or any other, are always available with us. We talk about global service warranties. The first most important thing is that whenever we produce an inverter, that is for a global standards. And there, nearly, one product which we manufacture for India, the same inverter can be run for European country and Australian continent, many other countries. So a same standard global product is offered. That is why it's very easier for us to give service across globe. We have 30 plus service spots and spare part warehouse globally, from where we supply the service spares and replacements. We have 24/7 hotline service to provide service support. These are all service supports which we have already established for European market, and similar kind of service support will be established for Indian market, wherein you will get a quick service. And we have a strong skilled people in our team who can give you service support. Now, herein we go for a product portfolio. We have single phase inverter series, we have three phase inverter series, 110 kilowatt capacity, which is highest capacity in our portfolio, and the lowest capacity is 3 kilowatt and 1 kilowatt single phase as well. We have hybrid inverters, smart EV chargers, and communication and data monitoring. There are a lot of insights about the product features, like like reactive power compensation, or let's say AFCI function, and many others. My colleague Chandrakant will be there. He will be giving a lot of information and insights about that, a technical session. Quickly, I'll run you through the different models which we have in the product portfolio, which looks like this. And This is how the hybrid portfolio, EV charger, and couple of projects which gives you confidence on the success stories. All the success stories here which I have listed, you will find that there are clubbed, like the projects from China, Turkey, and many United Nations, and many other Australia, many other locations we have gathered here. Of course, I would like to not of course, I would like to give you an information that in India also we did couple of projects, wherein an industrial rooftop installation has happened in Lucknow. We have installations in Nagpur, Mumbai. We have installations in Gujarat and Kerala as well. These are all small CNI and residential installations which we have done. And soon we will be coming up with 350 kilowatt inverter, which will be used for utility scale projects. Herein, I would like to hand over this session to Chandrakant, so that he can give more information on the technical features of the product and how it should be beneficial to the users. Chandrakant, I
Yeah,
hand over.
thank you, Mr. Ibrahim, for giving wonderful company introduction. I welcome all to our first webinar with Solar Quarter. We will look at our CNI products, which we are mostly selling and focusing in Indian market. I will share my screen, and I will thanks to Solar Quarter magazine also for giving us this opportunity to run our presentation and introduce our product in Indian market. Just I'm sharing my screen. Dear all, welcome to our Soul Planet C&I solution. So in CNI solution, I will cover this agenda like CNI scenario, general solutions, functional solutions, and what are our product advantages and features. So for commercial and industry scenarios, there are this product series which we offer. We have the ASW 8 kilowatt to 20 kilowatt G2 Pro series, and then we have next series is from 25 kilowatt to 40 kilowatt.
Chandrakant,
Yeah,
I would
I'm
request you to
audible.
go to the first slide and present it in presentation mode.
Yeah,
Your slides are not moving.
it is okay now.
No. Yeah, now it's okay. Please project it.
One sec. Let me share one more time. Is it okay now?
Yeah, okay now. Okay now.
Yeah.
Please continue.
So for today's agenda, we will cover C&I scenarios. What kind of scenarios we will come across? What is the general solutions which we are giving and functional solutions, plus our product advantages and features. In commercial and industrial scenarios, we can see mostly warehouses and companies, manufacturing industries will come under this segment from 10 kilowatt to 1 megawatt, 2 megawatt, depend upon the rooftop size and availability of land with that particular C&I customer. And Solplanet is offering this kind of products for C&I sector. So we have product series called G2 Pro, which is having inverter rating from 8 kilowatt to 20 kilowatt. Then it is having two MPPTs, and each MPPTs are considered as a single string or double string depending on the model rating and the power class. And the next series which we have is for from 25 kilowatt to 40 kilowatt. We called it as a LTGT G3 series. This is the generation third inverter. So what are the products which we are upgrading with some component selection, some software, some reliability tests that we are changing the version. So that is why you can see with our product ranges like G1, G2, G3 like that. So in 25 to 40 kilowatt range series, we have three MPPTs, and each MPPT is consist of two strings. And then another next series which we have is from 45 to 60 kilowatt, which is having a product from 45 to 50, if you say, then 60 kilowatt. Then it is having 4 MPPTs for 45 kilowatt and 5 MPPTs for 50 and 60 kilowatt. And then our next series is ASW 75 to 110 kilowatt inverter series. In this series, we have maximum inverter rating of 110 kilowatt, which is having 10 MPPTs and two strings. In general solutions, this is just like to give you the idea how the solar plant looks like. I know everyone is working in solar industry and they are familiar with this. Just we are giving you the scenarios, like there are this some rooftop which comes with a single inverter, and then you have to consider if for zero export, then you can use our smart meter, and then it can be connected directly to the inverter and it will feed load as per your requirement. Then next scenario comes with the medium scale system, like 300 kilowatt, 500 kilowatt, or 1 megawatt. There you can use or maximum 10 number of inverter with single dongle, which can be used for a single point of connection for monitoring purpose, and rest of the inverters will be connected with RS485 cable, and we can monitor that under the same plant name. And most of the time the situation comes in our C&I sector is we have more than 10 inverters. In that case, we have to use a data logger. We also have our own data logger. It is called as a AI logger. So you can see in this SLD there are multiple inverters connected in RS485 daisy chain and parallel to the grid, and then it will combine in the AI logger and then it will feed to the grid. If you want to have a zero power export limit or power management solution, so we have our own smart meter and AI logger which will give you all the values related to zero export and generation, and we have our own monitoring platform. And in functional solutions, like as I am telling you that zero export is now becoming a popular, where there are limitation from the grid company or maybe from the government to minimize the subsidy rates, and that in case customers have enough space but he is not able to feed in power back to the grid due to some limitation, so in that case you can use this zero export power control solution, and you can control your power and you enjoy the benefits of solar energy which we are getting. Then we have the dynamic reactive power compensation also. So in our inverter you can set the power factor, and we can monitor in closed loop also. So whatever be there is a power factor compensation required that our inverters can support from plus minus 8 to point 0.8 power factor setting, so we can get reactive power support from inverter itself, so you don't need to put additional power capacitor banks or any other reactive power control method system. You can see in this SLD how it looks like. Then weather station, our AI logger means our data logger is compatible with a different type of weather sensor compatibility from 7 sensors, from sunshine. So this kind of sensors we can use with our data logger, and you can do the monitoring of plant, and you can calculate other kind of generation losses and everything we will show you. Then we have this AFCI function, arc fault current interruption. Actually, this function is an optional function. This is mostly required in US and European country. As my colleague Mr. Ibrahim already said, we have the features available with all inverter in the same uh, and then the means that same inverter we can sell in India, same feature we can sell in Europe also. So whatever be optional features is available, and if customer is required we can provide this one also. So this is one of the safety feature for inverter requirement. Then we have the rapid shutdown device also. So in some in US and European some countries they required inverter to be rapidly shut down by the third party data logger or by the inverter own monitoring platform from the grid substation, and they can shut down the inverter. We also have compatibility with Tigo for the optimizers. If any customer want to use optimizer also for rapid shutdown purpose, then we can use with Tigo also. And our inverters are compatible with third party SCADA monitoring systems also. So we will give you the RS485 Modbus mapping file, and then you can ask your third party monitoring, or you can take directly data from our AI logger to your SCADA control system, and this time you can monitor same on our cloud also, as well as on the third party SCADA controller also. So you can have double data, then you can cross check also what is happening. And we are following the communication protocol IEC 104 for security of the data. We have two different servers as per customer requirement, and the regions we have divided, and then we will use those servers to show the data on our portal. Then our the AI logger is compatible with the third party platform also. Like there are now lot of requests are coming with the API, so every customer will take APIs through TCP IP Modbus or through RS485, and then they display on their own cloud or the platform, and then we can provide those service also. So it is our monitoring platform is also lifetime free. Still we are not charging anything for monitoring. Then, as I told you, we can have a dual RS485 channel solution for our inverters of 80 to 110 kilowatt. And number of inverters maximum we can connect in RS485 bus is the 80 numbers with our AI logger. So you can see there Same RS485 line, one is going to our AI logger and another RS485 line is going to the third party platform. So you can monitor data on both the clouds at a time. Just as we discussed, API is also we are providing, so customer can configure his own portal. And the interesting is our product advantages and features, which we will discuss. So, as you can see, our products having low LCOE. So, due to the multi MPPT design, we can design our strings as we have maximum current capacity of 16 ampere per string, and including both the strings, it will become 32 ampere. So, the problem of high current PV modules can be solved here. So, you can use a single string up to 32 ampere, like for a Trina series PV module, they have MPPT current more than 17, 18, or in some cases maybe it will go up more than 20 ampere. So that in that case, you can use our inverter with a single string. Then we have featured our shade soul shadow management function. Then we are allowing to do 150% of PV array oversizing, which is very important when you go for a design of the system and considering the LCOE cost also. And we support aluminum cable also with our inverters. So here you have to use a bimetallic lux along with the aluminum cable, and you can directly connect to the inverter. So it will save you more cost on the cabling, which is very high for copper. So in aluminum you can save more cost. Then for high compatibility, we are compatible with majority of PV modules. Then high grade compatibility, as we have all the functions of which we have seen: active power control, reactive power control, power factor management. So that all parameter settings we can do in our inverter. So it is having a high compatibility. Also, we are compatible with third party device and platforms. Then our inverters are very operation and maintenance friendly. So there are very few tools you require to install the string inverter as compared to central inverter. In central inverters, we have lot of tools required to install the inverter, commission the inverter, check the inverter, testing the inverter. And now we are coming with the inverter with a 24 by 7 monitoring facility available in the inverter. So you can monitor data by 24/7 in our new generation with the Solplanet app, and you can have all the details. Like we have our own app and website where you can register and create plant for multiple plants. There are different type of levels in our monitoring platform. For installers is a different account, for end user is different account for just monitoring. And then last part we come like high reliability. When it comes to high reliability, your inverter should be have IP66 or more than IP65 rating. So you can use this as a outdoor also. And we have C5 anti corrosion grade also. So this can be withstand in high moisture and humidity environment. And also we have the wide operating temperature range from minus 25 degree to plus 60 degree. Then this is some advantages which we have multi MPPT design. Previously, there are having lot of debates that a multi MPPT inverter is good or single MPPT inverter is good. So as you can see here, we have 25 to 40 kilowatt inverter, 3 MPPTs, 45 to 60 kilowatt, we have 4 and 5 MPPTs, 75 to 110 kilowatt inverter, we have 10 MPPTs. So per string, we have 2 MPPTs. So this will give you the flexibility to design your solar plant. Like if you have different roof orientations, or maybe you have different areas available, due to that you are not able to match the strings. So there you can get the flexibility to install solar plant, and you will get multiple advantages using multi mppt inverter. This is one of our patented technology. This is a shade soul. We call it as a shadow management algorithm. So this is same like in SMA we have shadow management technology. So here we are reducing the loss of power due to shadow effect. If you have a shadow on your particular MPPT or any particular string, so there you don't need to do any extra hardware as compared to optimizer. You have to put optimizer along with PV modules, maybe one in a series or two in a series, then your wiring will increase, then your wiring labor expense will increase. So this is the installation cost you are getting increase when you are using optimizers. In our inverters, you don't need to do anything like this. We have our smart algorithm which will follow the shadow pattern of the modules for a day, and then it will virtually fetch more current from the MPPTs, and you will get more generation as compared to the traditional inverters which we are available in the market. Also, this will allow you to do more easily work. There is no if and buts required. Sometimes there may be design mismatch happens, site conditions are different, and optimizer selection is different, so that you can avoid with our shade solar technology. And this is the advantage of having 150% PV oversizing. As we all know that there are some losses in the PV plant, so to cover those losses you have to connect the extra PV power. But before connecting the extra PV power, we have to compare how much is my investment and how much is I am getting the generation, does it is worth or not. And also our inverters will give 10% extra power also, where if you do oversizing, and so solar DC power is available, you can get 10% extra generation from inverters. So you can utilize this 150% PV oversizing for getting better LCOE cost. So you can see in this diagram to what is the optimal range for PV oversizing. Like normally we say 25 to 50% is the ideal range, or 35% is ideal range to manage losses and everything. So with additional power through oversizing, you will get good generation. Our inverter supports aluminum cable also. So you can see here our bus bar in inverter comes with a copper. So with copper and aluminum cable, you have to use bimetallic lugs, and you can connect aluminum cable directly. So this is just give an example what is the maximum conductor size you can connect with our inverters. For a 110 kilowatt inverter, you can connect maximum to 40 square cable of aluminum, which is a very good option to have less losses if your distance between ACDB and inverter is more. Then we have compatibility with high power PV modules. As we can see, there is a current increasing in PV modules. For a 210 cell, you can see for a Trina it is 18.25 ampere. For Canadian solar it is 18.24 ampere. So with our 32 ampere of MPPT, you can use any kind of module with this, and short circuit current is around 40 ampere in some models, 48 amperes in some other models. So depending on your module use and plant design, you can use our inverter very easily. So you don't need to think about that multi MPPT will how it will work, how it will give generation, is there any losses. Then we have high grid compatibility. So we support all kind of grids which is available in market, like TT, TNS, with neutral, without neutral. And also we support all the power, reactive power and active power control methods, with based on power factor, with based on voltage, with based on requirement of reactive power they need in some particular period. So you can set always power factor to get your reactive power control. And also we support the grid with high impedance. We have seen that there are so many times we experience grid voltage is going at very higher side. So that time your transformer cable, everything, all impedance are also going to a higher side. So that time your inverter should support it and give the good generation. So we support always grid high impedance side. That is very useful. Also we support weak grid in the rural area, like we have 20 to 25% of plus minus band tolerance for AC voltage. But as we know, it is not always recommended to use such a long width of voltage regulation. Normally, as per IC standards, we follow 10%. But in Indian grid condition, we know it is not possible. So we have flexible voltage range. We can set some higher side values also with discussion with the customer and with the grid company, and then we can decide what value should we pick up for the grid weak grid support. Also we support with the grounding fault monitoring also. So whenever there is inverter starts, it will check for the ground fault. If there is a ground fault, then it will stop generating the power. And one more thing, in our inverters, we have the Phoenix DC connector, which are crimpless connectors, same as like Sunclick and other manufacturers are providing. We are getting it from Phoenix. Here, you don't require any crimping tool. You just need to remove the sleeve of the cable and then crimp it. And it is a toolless design for fast and easy installation. There is no chances of man-made mistakes, so it is very easy and reliable. In future, you due to loose connection, you can avoid those kind of failures. So no hotspots will be created, no connector damage or burn happens. You can see here it is just a clip. Just insert the cable and then lock the connector, and you can use it easily. And all these connectors are supplied with the inverter without any additional cost. And we are just coming with this 24 by 7 monitoring. We have our own app and monitoring platform, and you can see the basic SLD of the monitoring, which will help you in the operation and maintenance friendly environment. You can compare always data in our cloud with history, and you can make figure out how my inverter is performing, what is the grid voltage, what is the PV voltage, does I am getting enough power from the PV or not, or is there a very high grid voltage, because we have to inform to your grid uh, company also to maintain the AC supply within a range. If we don't have any data or any proof, they will not accept that their grid is coming very high. So you can monitor this via 24 by 7 monitoring platform. And then we have outstanding environmental tolerant ability, like operating temperature range from minus 25 degrees Celsius to plus 60 degrees Celsius. Then our allowable humidity range non-condensing is 0 to 100%. So in non-condensing, any high humid area, you can install the inverter, and then derating will not happen, or there some kind of failures or power reduction happens in inverter, that will not happen with our inverter. Our max operating altitude is 4,000 meter, so you can install inverters at a high altitude area also without any power derating. And then we have a high vibration proof level of our inverter design, suitable for long time transportation. So there are in some, I will not take a name, but in some of the suppliers inverters, you can find that cover screws are getting loose if they are transported for a high distance or may for long time. So this kind of things will not happen if you have the good, reliable and testing facilities and doing all the manufacturing as per the standards, ISO standards. Then we have C5, a level of anti-corrosion grade design, which will avoid the corrosion type of things which are happening mostly in high humid areas near seashore or like that. Then we have IP66 degree of protection, and in our inverters we have SPD of type 2 for DC and AC side, so you can have additional protection for surge. Then this is just to give you the confidence with our product that we have all really required IC certificates and BIS certificates for Indian market, which is majorly asked by customers and also by tenders or some government institutions. Without that, we cannot sell our product. So we have like all the vibration and impact test reports, Then IC 60668-2 environmental different condition reports which we have, like 18 hours burning or 20 hours of high vibration, high temperature test. Then this is our power derating curve for 110 kilowatt inverter. You can see there, as I told you, inverters will give 10% extra power. So you can see up to 40 degree, you can get 10% extra power. Like 110 kilowatt inverter will give you 120 kilowatt. Some After that, up to 45 degree, you will get 100% power, and then you will get derating based on the model to model. So as we see during the design or generation calculation, 40 degrees ideal temperature where modules will also perform very good. As the temperature increases, modules will also start derating. So having that consideration in mind, we have providing the 10% extra power for all our inverters for CNI sector. You can see in the table also there are different output powers at different temperatures, which will give you more confidence for performance of the inverter. As I'm discussing, we have our own monitoring system. So this is developed and monitored by our own in-house team. So here you can see there are different options and different user levels also we have. You can see when you open our cloud and register, and then you create your plant. This is the web version how it looks like. So here you can see power plant overview, then power plant information, fault information, then sharing management. Suppose you have your own business or installer account and you want to give monitoring access to your end user, so you can just monitor the plant, and you can check what is my generation, how it is happening. So this is how our smart monitoring system looks like. And we have different options to search for the report, search for the data. And from our monitoring system, you can do these below activities, like this is web tool for end users. Both the computer and phones can be logged in with the smart home cloud platform. So main functions are for remote plant building, like you can create a plant, and then you can monitor inverter from there. In the from the app also, you can check the warranty of your inverter for up to what time it is there. It will give you the date. Then you can switch off your inverter remotely. This is with particular password protection is also there when you switch on back the inverter from remote support. So it is not like that anyone can switch off and again turn it on. So without having the code on your login id, it will not switch on again. So we have the safety features also from our monitoring platform. Then in our app, you can check installation video also. Lot of customer require information how to install this, how to do the parameter settings in the inverter. Then you can watch our videos, and then you can easily understand how to use Solplanet app, and it will give you more information about this. Then in our app, you can find out equipment user manual also. Then you can get the value of export or daily monthly reports also. If you are using our own smart meter, so that smart meter will calculate values for you, and you can get that data. And you can always recall your current or historical fault query. So whatever the faults are there in inverter came in the past, you can just download the Excel sheet and check it, or on the online platform you can check it what kind of faults has came in the historical data. Then there are plant sharing and sharing management. Suppose you have different sub distributors also, or sub customers also, you can make a group for them, and then you can give them rights to monitor the plant. And in the web tool for enterprise users, as we are discussing, if you are a big EPC company and you have so many plants, so you can monitor those all in under one username and password. Then remote debugging also you can do. Then warranty inquiry, then report also you can generate from that. Then we are coming with our own AI design platform, which is help you to select the inverter depending upon your plant design. So that will also help you to select the inverter capacity depending on the number of strings and installation area. So that's it from my side.
Yeah. Thank you, Chandrakant. Thank you so much for the insights. For audience, I just want to sum up with a little information that whenever we choose inverter, make sure that the inverter has lot of um, you know components which are reliable. When we talk about sourcing of the component, if the components are at a good quality, it will give you a good performance and the life of the inverter will be increased. And in a nutshell, when we talked about this, we had seen that how robust we have a testing facility to make sure that the product lasts for a longer. When we talk about any small time player, they will not have those much of testing facilities, so that they can ensure about the product quality and durability. Now the second thing is that when we talk about functionalities, it is always important to choose a multifunctional, the inverter which has more functions, because in near future, the technology is always going to get upgraded, and whenever you want to have whenever you want to upgrade your inverter or want to have a different functionalities to use for reactive power control or AFCI or any other, that has to be there in the inverter, which you can enjoy this. And third but not least, third and most important thing, when we design such a product which is qualitative very good and which is reliable and robust, that always comes with a higher, with a spare part which is actually costly. That's the reason the inverters are little costly than comparing with the any local inverter. So always always you understand that the quality inverter comes with its own price. So with this, we are here to listen more from your side. We are ready to answer your questions. Please, over to Sakshi.
Great. Thank you so much, speakers, for this wonderful session. We will now be screening questions and inquiries from the audience for you all.
Yes, our inverters have anti-islanding feature. It is by default feature of the, means not feature, I will say operation of the inverter. Without anti-islanding, we cannot supply inverters. It is like a safety feature for the grid people who are working. And if there is a no grid, then inverter should stop the generation. Yes, it is available with our all inverters.
Thank you, Vibhor, for the question. Thank you so much. Mr. Vivek Sethi, thank you so much for your question. What about the service team? Please elaborate. Yeah, I'll be more happy to answer your question, Mr. Vivek. Uh, we are, as I explained in the presentation, we are in a process of setting up 24/7 service support, as well as people on the ground. At the moment, we have Mr. Chandrakant with us, who is taking care of entire service activities for India. And we have our partner Power and Sun, who will take care of on ground service support in Indian market. Now with all this information, I just want to give you a little more insights about service. Most of the inverters which we are selling are very intelligent in nature, and those in all inverter gives us advanced error codes with respect to any faults or uncertainty. In that scenario, we make sure that the inverter gets repaired or inverter gets rectified online. And for that, our team based Chandrakant and his team is ready for that. Apart from this, in very unforeseen situation, whenever there is any replacement required, that is quickly honored through our from our partner, and it will be replaced locally. So don't no need to wait for any imports or getting it done through any external party. Here we have our partner, exclusive partner Power and Sun, who will take care of all the activities for the quick service support. Thank you, Mr. Vivek. Yeah, the next question from Mr. Vivek is share some USPs that can be highlighted to the end customers and differ from other string inverters. Of course, the first and most important thing which I would like to give you here, when we talk about reliable product, the product that can work in any condition or any scenario in the on the grid. So, a couple of simple examples. Our inverter can work on uneven load pattern. So when I say uneven load pattern, if you, let's say example, 110 kilowatt inverter capacity which is having 10 mpps with 4 DC switches. If you want to use only 6 mppt and there are 4 mppt which is empty, there's no load on that, still my inverter will work. That is where it is important. And for other competitors or maybe a local manufacturers, you need to put distributed load on all strings to perform that. So that makes a difference, because you will have more flexibility to design the power plant. Number two, when we talk about the speciality or USP, as Mr. Chandrakant said, that we have a unique selling point, that is shared soul technology, where no one can, let's say example, where we can save the losses from the energy losses from the shadow management, or let's say for bird dropping or dust accumulated on the PV panel. With all these unforeseen scenarios, our MPPT tracks the global MPP in the entire IV curve, and it stands on the highest scanning point, and it generates the ampere accordingly. So with this, you can mitigate the losses, energy losses from this particular technology, which is not there in other players. And the best thing, whenever you talk about the technology, always try to check that how frequently it does. So our MPP tracker works at a 20 minute, every 20 minutes it scans and try to find out the highest point, which is, in a competitor scenario, their scanning happens on a 45-minute or a 1 hour, once in a 1 hour, which is not appropriate method to do GMPP tracking. And this is how a shared soul technology of Soul Planet stands out from the market, and that you can use it. And of course, 10 years of factory warranty, that makes more sense, because earlier when we used to give more warranties to the client, there they used to say that, oh, the product comes with more warranty, maybe it's a Chinese topology or something. It's not like that. See, when we talk about 5 years of factory warranty, earlier the product used to come with the displays. Nowadays the inverter doesn't have display. The inverter have a different kind of cooling system, and the fans are inbuilt, where the fan will never get into faulty situation. So why I'm talking about this is, if your product is robust, which doesn't have uh, spares which has a very less life, like when we talk about screen that has a less life, maybe we'll give you 5 years of warranty, and after 6 7th year the display goes wrong, and then you'll have to replace that display with an additional cost. No need to do that. We don't need display, because our inverter comes with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi technology, where everyone has a phone and they can check. So with this kind of upgradations, we made sure that we have minimum components which are having a low life. And thus, then we are very proud to say that our inverter lasts for 10 years, and that's why we are giving 10 years first standard warranty, which can be extended if you need. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Vivek. Next question for Mr. Vijay Kumar. Thank you for giving your question. At this time, cost consideration. Why don't Team Soul Planet consider economical costing? Perfect question. Yeah. So, Mr. Vijay Kumar, very valid question. When we talk about cost economics, we should be at a very competitive pricing. We have observed there are certain clusters in the Indian market. One will be a residential product, and there will be a CNI segment and utility segment. The products which are actually used in residential segment are majorly the products which are coming from the small time players who are actually selling in a volume. There they doesn't worry, they doesn't bother about the quality. That's why they are able to sell at a very cheaper price to the market. Versus there is a client base who is typically a quality oriented client who is selling into CNI segment and utility segment. There they are working on a long term LCOE, levelized cost of energy, or maybe a payback period, and then there'll be investors involved. There they look forward for a quality. And now when we it comes to economical costing of this particular inverter comes to only 6% of the project cost. And uh, and when we talk about 50 paisa per watt peak extra in on a regular inverter, okay, that will not impact much on the total project cost. This is how we can actually this is how we can actually use the premium product, reliable product at a little higher price than any regular product in the market. But yes, Mr. Vijay Kumar, one thing which I would like to tell you, with all these 10 years of warranty and with everything inbuilt, we are still able to compete with the with the players who are available. We are the giant players who are available in the market for 5 6 years. We can give you a better pricing than them, but not at the people who are actually selling in residential. For CNI segment, we will give you a competitive pricing with 10 years of warranty. No need to worry about it. We'll get in touch with you definitely. Yeah. Next question, Mr. Vivek Sethi. Um, do we have some sort of customer support available on call like Delta, SolarEdge, and other major good brands have? Of course. This is very important point. At the moment, Mr. Chandrakant and myself, we are taking care of Indian market for sales and service support. We are in a this is already in our roadmap wherein we will have a dedicated hotline service in India to support 24/7, wherein a call will be attended and the service will be given to each client. At the moment, we have started our journey with our partners from 6 7 months. We did really very well, and we are very active people who are supporting our clients 24 by 7 until we have a dedicated hotline service available in India. But we are reachable 24/7, including Sundays. Thank you, Mr. Vivek. The next question is from Mr. Vibhor. Thank you, Mr. Vibhor. How is the supply chain for key electronic components aligned, especially for IGBT, which was in shortage globally? Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much for asking this question. I'm very happy to inform you that Solplanet, Aishwai, was known for its OEM. And when it was a global shortage of electronics component, that time we had a very strong relationship with over 230 suppliers who used to supply us in components for decades. So what happens, like, as on today also, if you look at our books, we have in hand orders from from SMA, from Chain, from Trina, from Longi inverters, from Jinko inverters. We are manufacturing inverters for them. That's why we have very robust supply chain management with us, wherein we are storing components for almost for the requirements of next 6 to 7 months. This is how during the last phase of IGBT shortage, we did not had that shortage for Solplanet. We supplied it globally wherever we had a demand. We never had any shortage, and in fact, in future also we will never have any shortage, because we are not only looking for our supplies. We have a responsibility to cater to our premium clients as well. So this is number one. And Mr. Mahindra, Mr. Vibhor, since you are here, you are my best friend. One of we are there for for a long time in the industry. There is one thing which I did not explain in the presentation, but I would like to give you an information to all of our people. When we talk about an IGBT, there are different IGBT styles. We are using the IGBT with the technology of DSP plus watchdog timer. So what is that? That is most important thing, because other small time players, they don't use DSP and watchdog technology. They use ARM technology. That is very low cost technology. That's why they are able to match the lower prices. But DSP and watchdog, what is that? What is that? So DSP is digital signal processor, which is widely used in the computers to to have a faster communication, a faster response time into the processor. That is the digital processor which we are using, along with watchdog timer. When we talk about watchdog timer, this particular timer is a software timer which is widely used in computer, which always sense what is happening to the next, and is there any harmful signals or anything, it neutralized to that. So this watchdog timer certainly reduce the risk of hardware failure in the electronic component. So this technology is being used by only one brand for which I was working earlier, and then this brand. No other brands are using this. That's the reason the product comes with a little bit costlier, because these kind of technologies come with a cost, but it gives very good reliability. Thank you, Mr. Vivor. Next question. A question for Mr. Vivek. And before Mr. Vivek, before your question, I would like to take one question of Mr. Bipra Chakraborty. I guess Chandrakant, you might have given an information about whether aluminum cable and copper cable provide similar performance. Chandrakant, you please tell about this, and then I will respond to Mr. Vivek.
Sir, for copper and aluminum cable, performance will be little different. For as a copper cable, there is a very less coefficient, means thermal coefficient generation we can say, and for aluminum cable it is little bit higher. So when you design your aluminum cable, you have to select bigger size cable due to these thermal losses and stresses. And in copper, as it have good thermal conductivity, so you can select lesser size of copper, but as a price there is a lot of difference. So depending on your pricing, you can select any of the cable which is means suitable as per your budget.
Thank you, Chandrakant. The next question is from um, Mr. Mr. Vivek. Share some more insights about the shadow management solution, and some technical inputs would be really helpful. Okay. So, Mr. Vivek, what actually shade soul technology is? See, there are three scenarios I would like to tell you. There is its typical presentation on that, which will take another 40-50 minutes. Better, I will explain you like this. Number one scenario, you use a standard project wherein a string inverter strings are connected to each other, and it is producing a good amount of energy. Let's say we are consider here 100% energy it is producing. Okay. And there is a second scenario where the inverters are underperforming, like say energy is underperforming because of there is a shadow on that. So let's say wherever the good in scenario number one, inverter was performing 100%. In scenario two, because of shadow, it is performing at 45%, almost 65% loss. So when we talk about shadow management, what it does, scenario number three, it will not give you an additional energy, it will reduce your losses. If you switch on this shade soul technology, it is just a on off button in your monitoring software. Once you on that, the third scenario, the losses will reduce from 65% to, let's say, 40% will reduce. So in second scenario, it was producing only 45%. Instead of that, with shared soul technology, your losses will reduce from 65% to 40%. And it will generate 60% of energy or 65% of energy. This is how you will increase the generation. So this is very big. What I can say, in today's scenario, many optimizer technologies or many micro inverter technology providers, they say that no, our inverter or our technology will increase the generation. No, it never increases the generation, it reduces the losses, or jo bacha wo and the thing which you save, you tell it as an that it we have generated more. No, it's not like that, we have reduced. So practically we will be reducing your losses, and we will be giving you more performance than a shaded scenario. Please. And if it is needed, definitely we will have one-to-one call where I can give you more detailed presentation on share soul technology. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Vipul.
Mr. Sethi, you can ask me a question now.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Sakshi.
We have Mr. Vivek Sethi on stage who would like to ask some questions.
Sure, we will share. Myself, Mr.
Yeah,
Abhinav, and Chandrakant.
I,
We have
Mr.
already.
Vivek, I think our team is already in touch with Mr. Vivek. I'll arrange this presentation to be shared
Yeah,
with them.
we have shared our email IDs and contact details in the chat box. Drop us an email. We will definitely get back to you with the product presentation and all other information which is required for you for inverter selection process. Oh, Mr. Shavaya, good question. What is the solar industry scope in 2024? See, it all depends on the government policies which is there. That the LLM is a big impact. In fact, I would like to request Mr. Abhinav to give little insight on this. But when it comes to inverter technology, yes, I can tell you that the scope is huge. Government want to do a lot of activities into solar space to make it sure that everyone uses the solar energy, and we somewhere anticipate more than 3 gigawatt per annum. But I would request, when we say 3 gigawatt per annum, it is for residential segment and CNI. Abhinav, please give your insight.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So, Mr. Stravia, I'll just respond to this question. So, means the government policies, obviously, we have seen that Prime Minister has declared 1 crores of house to be, solarized. So we are coming up. We have a solution for single phase residential coming from 3 kilowatt and which goes to 110 kilowatt. So the projection is good. We see that this year will be a year of good installations, at least for residential sectors. Then ALMM, obviously there is a policy is not clear yet. Government on, I think on 12th of February they have again hold it for some time, but it should not uphold any installations this year. The majority of the installations of the are under progress, and then the most of the manufacturers have also increased their facilities or capacities this year. So I don't think that projections will be low. It should be greater than that, and certainly set by Ibrahim, it should be more than 3 gigawatts of installation should be there. So, so I think for Dubai,
Awesome.
uh, definitely, I think Mr. Ibrahim, he would be able to give you insight on policies or the installations or the for this year in Dubai.
Yeah, definitely. Mr. Shavaya, we have, as we have a strong partnership with Power and Sun in UAE. Also, Power and Sun is the only partner for us to sell and service our products in Middle East market. And in Middle East, I'm also positioned that Dubai, I can support you always for the products. Our products are Deva approved, especially the 100 kilowatt product is approved in Deva, and we can support you for all supplies and service support there. Uh, and if there's anything apart from this, definitely we are open to take care of your supply requirement. Okay, about the case study on the shared soul, Mr. Ramanathan, definitely we are working on that. We have, a specific task. This has been given to our Poland team, and they have a couple of projects installed and at the same premises, and we are evaluating those data. As soon as the data comes to us, we will publish. The details have already started, like working on the case study. Certainly, because of the weather changes in Poland, like this is winter season there, and then the actual data getting is challenged. So it is taking a little more time. But yes, of course, the study is going on, and these details will be validated by the energy, by the renowned energy universities. They will do the third party inspection on our data. Yes.
I believe these are all the questions that we had for today. Uh, would you like to give any closing remarks, Mr. Ibrahim?
Yes, of course. I again would like to thank you for thank you to Solar Quarter for providing us this wonderful platform where we can interact with our potential clients and industry players who want to understand and intentions to learn more on the technology. Thank you so much, Power and Sun, as a partner. They are very like they are a pillar to us in India. And once again, to all audience, I'm very thankful from the bottom of my heart. We are always there to give you supply and service support, but make sure whenever you try to go for a new projects, we are always there to support you from the technical point of view for SLD verification up till inverter selection and service support. Thank you so much for listening for patientfully. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chandrakant.
Anybody else would like to give the closing remarks?
Okay, I'll just speak about the product that we have now, Soul Planet. So in India, we have ready stock from 3 kilowatt to 110 kilowatt, which starts from single phase to three phase. We have total warehouses across India, about in 5 states, and then we have dealer presence or sub distributor presence under us. We have dealers in Kerala, we have in Chennai, then we have in Rajasthan, Maharashtra. Then we also, as a master distributor, we have several warehouses. Then we have also shared with you all our contact details, which is very easy to contact us for anything. Even if it is if you want to understand about Soul Planet again, you can give us a call. Me, I am stationed in Noida. Then Ibrahim is in Pune. Then we have Mr. Chandrakant, who's a sales head. We also have developed our own internal service team. One is stationed in UP. Then we have one in Chennai upcoming. Then we also have a hotline number as of now that Ibrahim has already mentioned for any, if any after sales service is required, you can always get in touch with us 7 days. And then we have sales team, pre-sales teams across India in north, south, and west, and then central. So this is about Power and Sun and Soul Planet partnership that we have in India, and the stock is available across our warehouses. So over to you, Ms. Sakshi.
Great. Uh, Thank you so much, everyone, audience, and our speakers here. With this, we have come to the end of our virtual event. A big shout out to our attendees for extending their time and support for the event. As we conclude this event, we assure you that we will be back soon with more exciting sessions. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so